And welcome to another edition of the Fort Report. I'm Ryan Prickett, Sports Information Director here at Fort Hays State University. And joining me today for a special siblings edition of the show are Jared and Kayla Vitztum, both hailing from right here in Hays, Kansas. Jared, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Ready to do this. Hopefully everybody can get to know us a little bit better as the siblings at Fort Hays. But, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, Kayla, how are you doing right now?
I'm doing about the same, ready to do this and beat Jared in the competition.
So yes, as they said, there is a competition at the end of this interview. So we're going to do the, I guess, serious questions first and get those out of the way, but we're going to have a little fun at the end and have a little competition, a little sibling rivalry, I guess, if you want to call it that. So anyway, so and just if, you know, our fans don't know already, Jared obviously is a player on our men's basketball team. Kayla plays for the volleyball team. So first off, take us through your daily routines now that there's no sports going on, and you know you're doing your classes with online delivery right now. Kayla, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Yeah, so I've had a lot more free time, I've noticed. So I usually spend my mornings focused more on my school and do my class. And then the afternoon, I like to do more of my workout. And I actually go and work out with the wrestlers because they have a little nice setup in their backyard, which is fun. And then I do some focus on volleyball when I get back to my house. And usually at night, it's just a little bit more homework and hanging out with family.
Very cool. Jared, what you got going on?
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a different approach. I'm taking the sleeping in a little too serious. So my mornings are basically sleeping. Then in the afternoon, I'll get my workout in, do my classwork. Just kind of trying to shoot wherever I can, doing some in-home workout stuff. So just it's kind of different, not being around the team and everything, getting better with the guys. But it's been all right. That night, I just been playing video games, hanging out with my family, just kind of relaxing a little bit.
That's very cool. And obviously, I mean, yeah, rest probably isn't a bad thing this time of year. I mean, you're not too far removed from your season,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that just ended right there, right as May or March was rolling around. So, you know, Jared, you know, you've seen your role evolved on the men's basketball team throughout your career, going from a reserve role with a few starts as a redshirt freshman and now being a full-time starter and leading the team in scoring. So, you know, what has allowed you to elevate your game and role on the team to a higher level throughout your career?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I came in as a redshirt freshman. I knew I wasn't there physically and even skill-wise. I knew I needed to improve a lot. My redshirt year, I really worked hard with the assistant coaches to get better, just improve especially my shooting and then my body, obviously. So over the years, that's just kind of developed. It's kind of been a thing I've always worked on. And then obviously just get more comfortable learning from all the guys ahead of me, like Hadley and Brady were really influential about just helping me get to where I am. And then obviously I can't do without my teammates. Everything I do is because then they set me up for all my shots. They give me confidence to play the way I do. So, yeah, looking to have a little more team success next year. Obviously, we had kind of a down year this year. But, yeah, we're really looking forward to next year. Hopefully get some good guys in. It's kind of been tough because we can't recruit and see the new guys that they're going to bring in. But, yeah, we're just really excited to get back rolling and hopefully have a little bit better season next year.
Yeah, of course, like you said, with the recruiting thing right now, the NCAA having a dead period right now, it's pretty tough to do some of that stuff that's just kind of part of the normal operation of the season. Yeah, exactly. So, so Kayla, let's switch over to you. Like in volleyball, you jumped in right away as a key contributor your true freshman year last year, but unfortunately, an untimely injury, you know, happened to you early in the year, this last year. What are some of the adjustments you had to make immediately in your game as a freshman? And I guess what are some of the things that you took away from this last season, being able to kind of see everything from the sideline?
Yeah, so my freshman year, it was more just I realized I couldn't hit the ball as hard as I could every time. And it was more like, okay, where am I going to place this ball? And it was really more breaking down my skills and focusing on them and just building them back up. And then obviously after freshman year, we really worked with Boucher really hard and, got stronger, all got our verticals up and became closer as a team, especially in the spring or off season. But like you said, sadly at the beginning of the year, had to land on a ball. But, it was really nice to watch from the sideline because it was more of a coaching aspect. And I got to kind of help our pin hitters see more openings, and that helped me realize what's open against certain teams and the right placement maybe for defense and just how our team could work better together. So I feel like that was a blessing in disguise, I guess, to learn from that.
Yeah, I think we've seen that with some of our other sports. I know I've talked to a few football players where that's happened, an injury happens and they have to take everything in from the sideline and can kind of actually see, what the coaches are seeing and some different things. And you can digest some of those things a little bit easier instead of having to be out there in the mix of it going on. So yeah, that's definitely a unique situation. So I guess, now that we've been home for about a month now, I mean, has this pandemic made either of you more appreciative of certain things? I guess just overall, I mean, what's you guys' outlook on it? I guess Jared, let's start with you first.
Yeah, I mean, sports have always been everything to me. So one thing I'm really appreciative of is just getting out there, being able to compete and watching sports. I just love watching everything. So I've just been so bored. So when sports come back, and we get very locked in on that and very appreciative that that's back. And then a couple other things, just hanging out with my family, hanging out with my girlfriend, just being around everybody since I was gone a lot for the season and stuff. So it was just kind of nice to catch up with everybody, just kind of hang out with Kayla's dog. I love Kayla's dog there, so that's always fun. So just kind of appreciating everything else other than sports, because that's what is kind of the main focus of my life, I'd say.
Yeah, very cool. So Kayla, how about you?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, spring is our off season and that's really where we build. And that was my first time back playing. So I was really excited for that. So it just made me appreciate, I guess, the off season more. And also, yeah, it made me realize also that sports isn't everything in life. I don't watch them as much as Jared, but I love playing just as much. And so it made me appreciate, hanging out with my family more, I guess, spend more time with my dog and Jared's girlfriend.
Is she kind of like an adopted family member a little bit?
Oh yeah.
I think my parents like her more than me and Kayla.
Well, maybe it's just somebody different to the mix. Maybe, they've had to deal with you guys for how many years now, so maybe that probably has something to do with it. So, but anyway, both of you have been recipients of the MIAA Academic Excellence Award, and both of you very, very strong GPAs throughout your career and time at Fort Hays State. Is that something both of you take a lot of pride in, and how do you go about balancing study and practice time throughout the season? Kayla, go ahead and start with you.
Yeah, our parents have always held us to a very high standards with grades. I mean, even getting B's sometimes they're on us. And so it's always been good for us to keep high grades, and we've almost kind of made a competition with it. When I have had teachers after him that he's had, I'm like, oh, I got a better grade than you and stuff like that. But also balancing it with sports, you just have to learn how to communicate with your teachers, I would say, is the biggest thing, like especially if you're in season and traveling, just getting the homework for them or rescheduling your test and just learning to study on, the bus rides, the 7-hour bus rides you have sometimes, and just adjusting to that.
Very cool. Jared, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, our parents definitely have held us to a high standard, and it's always been a priority. My mom's a teacher, so she's always on us about getting good grades and really focusing on that. But yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know, I just really don't want to not take it very serious. I just kind of want to take pride in it. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to put my full effort into it. So it's one of those things. And then, yeah, on the trips and when we're gone for basketball, we're gone from like Wednesday to Sunday-ish. So it was a big adjustment for me, especially my freshman year, because I'd really never been away from classes in high school like that. So I just kind of had to adjust and really figure out when on road trips I can do homework. So we play Thursday and Saturday. So I just kind of divvy it out on Wednesday and Friday, or off days, just kind of when to do homework and how to communicate with teachers about that type of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, obviously with you guys putting a high emphasis on those kind of things, what are both of you majoring in at Fort Hays State? And I guess, are there any future goals already set of what you want to do in your career, or are you guys still kind of navigating that, figuring it out? I mean, I know sometimes we all don't know what we want to quite do in life quite yet, but let's go ahead and start with you, Jared. I mean, what are you majoring in?
So I am going to graduate this spring with a finance degree with emphasis in economics. And then next year I'm actually started my master's program this semester, but I'll finish it next spring. And I'm going to get my MBA in finance as well. So that's just kind of the path I like. I like doing numbers. I like working with stocks and stuff like that. But yeah, I have a internship with Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball this summer. So I'm just going to kind of see how I like that. I'm going to be working kind of with the finance department there, see how they're just going to expose me to all the stuff. So to see how I like all of the finance aspects of the real world and just kind of see where I go from there.
Very cool. How about you, Kayla? What are you doing here at Fort Hays, major wise?
Well, I'm the opposite of him. I'm not a big number fan. So I am studying sonography, and I actually just applied to that program this spring and had my interview this morning. So hopefully hearing back about that. So if I get in, I will do a year here at Hays and then have a clinical side after that. And then if I don't get in, I'll just apply again next year. But yeah, I just hope to get in and get started.
Sounds good. Well, I know your academic resume will speak for itself pretty well. I mean, both of you in anything. I mean, obviously you guys have some really good numbers there on that side of things. So, but also growing up in the same house together for, I guess, several years, what are some of you guys' best memories together? I mean, was there any like intense one-on-one sports competitions when you were younger, or maybe some family trips or vacations, or just anything that you guys kind of that sticks out to you? I guess let's start with Kayla on that side of it.
Yeah, I give Jared credit for my toughness in sports because he made me cry a lot on the driveway playing basketball. He made me a tough and competitor for sure. I would say, yeah, just a lot on one-on-one basketball, even when we were little, on the little inside goal plastic one you can have, and then move to outside for sure. And then, yeah, pretty much anything on family vacations, like when we would hang out, we would always play some type of sport game or be competitive, like, oh, I bet I can do this better than you. So that was always kind of nice growing up, and I feel like that's what's made us such intense and competitive athletes today.
It's awesome. Jared, I mean, you got any memories or favorite things?
Just to piggyback off that, I just really wanted to emphasize that she would never beat me in anything one-on-one.
Oh.
So basically, yeah, she can give all the credit to me. I always pushed her. I knew she'd be a stud because she would always play with me and my friends, and she'd always compete. And we're like, dang, how is she so good? Like, what's going on? So yeah, we're like, oh, she's gonna be a stud. We'll just keep pushing her, and yeah, she would cry a lot, but it toughened her up a little bit. And then one of the family vacation things I wanted to mention was we went to Cancun for my sister's college graduation, so almost 8 years ago. And me and Kayla, there's this little like cliff jumping thing, but it wasn't like in the ocean or anything. It was like made by the resort.
Okay.
And it was weird because me, my dad, and my sister were up there, and Emmett Smith walks up right beside us, and he's asking, hey, how deep's that water? And that's just one thing that always hits my mind when I talk about family vacations. It's like Emmett Smith walked right up to us and was just talking to us like we were just his best friends. We were just chatting with him for a little bit, and it was just one of the cooler things. I just always remember that when people ask about vacations with me, Kayla, and my dad were both up there, so it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. I mean, that's kind of a thing with like professional athletes, or even just athletes in a bigger limelight, I guess. I've learned over the years, it's just, we're just normal human beings like they are, and sometimes you can just cross their path at the right given time, and you're just like, oh my gosh, that was so and so. I can't believe it. I was just literally having a conversation with him.
And I'd like to point out they were like very freaked out, and I was like, what's going on? Who is this guy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, So how old were you guys at that given time? I mean, you probably weren't super old.
I was probably in 8th grade.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I was going into my sophomore year of high school, so probably 14, 15 range.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
yeah. Awesome.
Crazy.
Well, I guess, so since we're kind of piggybacking off of that little take right there of one-on-one competition, I guess we'll get into our more fun side of the show today. And we're going to see how well each of you know each other, or at least, I guess, think you know each other. Maybe. I mean, who knows? It could be just, your thoughts at the given moment too. So, but I don't have a clever name for this segment yet, so we're just going to go ahead and roll with it. So we're just going to call it Sibling One-on-One today. I'll give it that title, whatever. So, so first off, we're going to say questions are worth 10 points each. These are the first questions of the interview, and then we're going to have a couple of bonus questions at the end that I don't know. We'll see if either of you can get those right, but those you might not even have any knowledge of. Those are just some random ones I made up myself. So anyway, okay. So first off, we're going to start with Jared. Okay. So Jared, who is Kayla's favorite athlete?
See, I'm not sure on this one. I would say Pat Mahomes.
Okay. That's not correct. So she went with Alex Morgan.
Oh, that was my second guess. I was thinking either her or Mahomes.
Yeah. Okay. So soccer player there, but anyway, Kayla, same question. Who's Jared's favorite athlete?
Patrick Mahomes or LeBron James.
Well, and he put both of them down. So you're right on both fronts. So
double points.
So we won't go double points there, but we'll give her the correct. So okay. Basically, essentially, it's 10-0 or 1-0, however you want to look at it, because it's same amount of points either way you look at it. But anyway, okay, next up, Kayla, what's Jared's favorite TV show?
Breaking Bad.
Oh, she got it again. Dang, she's 2 for 2.
You know that.
I actually logged into his Netflix earlier to see what he's been watching.
Wow, look at this.
That wasn't even on there. I just assumed.
Wow. Look at the recon we're getting done here. You guys knew what was going on. Okay. All right. So Jared, what's her favorite TV show, you think?
Last summer she watched Riverdale all the time. I'm gonna go with that. Riverdale.
Oh man. 0 for 2
so
far.
2?
Ellie said it yesterday on the phone. I reacted to it, but I don't think she told you.
What was it?
That 70s show.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, he's got some catching up to do, and he's gonna have to make a late comeback maybe. Let's see here. Jared, what's Kayla's favorite food?
Crab legs.
That is correct. She also noted it could be anything chocolate too. So.
Oh, okay.
Now, I assume not chocolate crab legs.
Oh no.
That's
not mixed.
No, that don't sound quite right. So, how about you, Kayla? What's Jared's favorite food, you think?
Steak.
God, she's 3 for 3. She's rolling.
Simple.
He's a simple man.
I think she hacked your email. All right. Hang on a sec here, my shit. All right, here we go. Kayla, what's Jared's favorite movie?
Step Brothers.
4 for 4.
Oh man,
she's rolling. All right. How about you, Jared? What do you think her favorite movie is?
I have no clue. I'm gonna say The Notebook.
No.
I was trying to think, and I had absolutely no clue. I was like,
well, okay, here, I'll give you a little hint. There is sports involved in the movie. So, I mean, does that help you out at all?
I watched it all the time.
High School Musical?
Stop exposing me.
Okay, I don't get that one.
All right. Remember the Titans is what she went with.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Next one. Jared, this is like a multi-part question, or not, I guess multiple answer, but I'm giving you the 4 answers potentially. So would Kayla most likely be able to relate to being a chef, a musician, a comedian, or a mechanic? What do you think that she would most likely be or be able to relate to?
I would say comedian because she thinks she's pretty funny.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, you say chef. Oh, my.
no.
No, not chef?
No. We
Kayla,
were arguing that about the other day, though, who the better cook is now, because both of us were not very good growing up.
Okay, fair enough. So nobody's the master chef of the house. So, but yeah, so she went with musician on that. So
I could see that too.
Did you ever play an instrument?
Yeah,
at a
I
younger
played the
age?
piano and the saxophone.
Oh wow, there you go.
So.
Dual role. Did you do any instruments when you were younger there, Jared? Or
I just did the piano.
okay,
my grandma taught both of us, so yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So, how about Kayla? Same thing. Would Jared be a chef,
Comedian.
musician? Oh, okay, you already know the answer. And she's rolling again. Okay, she's 5 for 5. Man, this bonus round, that might be Jared's only hope.
Yeah, that's my only shot.
Have you got one? Oh, you got the crab legs.
Yeah, he's got one so far. Let's see. All right, Jared, what's the one thing Kayla can't be without in her daily
Oh, I'll get this one. Her dog, Bear.
No.
Oh, come on. That's got to be your answer.
That is a good answer, though. But
okay, well, maybe that's 1B, like 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
You can give him points through it.
Okay. Well, she said her phone, which I guess it is pretty important.
Yeah, that's true as well.
You chatter all day on your phone, Kayla, or is it? Yeah,
I freak out when I can't. I'm a very tech person. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, all right, Kayla, what's the one thing you think Jared can't be without in his daily life?
Xbox.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, that's a little curveball. He actually gave you the answer earlier on the show, pretty much.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, how he
Sports?
can't. Yeah, he can't be without his sports on a daily basis. So, or probably at least current sports. I mean, we got all sorts of reruns going on the channels and stuff, but everybody kind of knows what's going on those. So, wow, finally the perfect streak has come to an end. So, let's see here. Kayla, what's Jared's best talent or hobby outside of sports?
Okay, I picked hobby because I don't think he has really any other talents. But I put him and his girlfriend ride bikes a lot.
Nope. That's not what.
I don't know this.
You actually just kind of said the answer in that last question. It's video games is what he went with. So yes, his Xbox, whatever. I mean, I guess you could call it that. So, all right. So I guess we missed again. All right, Jared, what is Kayla's best talent or hobby outside of sports, you think?
I would say favorite hobby would be just hanging out with her dog.
Oh, she went with something else on that one too.
Dang.
She went online shopping.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, never mind. That's right. That is definitely good.
So, well, you gotta have something to pass the time, and that's probably one thing you can do right now with the way things are. So,
yeah, I actually just had an order come in today.
All right. All right. On to the last question of this first part. Okay, Kayla, what was, I guess, or what is Jared's given nickname by your parents?
Either Jer Bear or J Baby.
Huh?
What?
Those are awesome, though.
See, when I emailed you, I just thought it said nickname. So I was like, okay, sure.
That was a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I looked back and I was like, oh, my parents don't call me that.
My mom calls you Jer Bear.
Yeah, that would be it. I just don't want that to be mentioned.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give a point.
That's how I thought of it, though. I thought of it like that. So
clarification, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, Jared. What's Kayla's given nickname by her parents?
I would just say K.
Okay. Yeah. She also said favorite child. So.
Oh yeah, there. That's
So I guess you got that going for you. So
I think I'm third on the list. It's Kayla, then my older sister Alyssa, then me. So.
Oh, darn it! Gosh darn, got some catching up to do. So,
yeah.
Well, just like in this thing. Okay, so now we're going to go on to a bonus round. First question here is worth 15 points, so I'm making it at least. So let's see here. If I do my math real quick, look at this. I mean, I've got we're high tech here on the show. I've got my scoreboard here. So we got Kayla 60-30 right now. So we gotta make a comeback, Jared, if you're gonna win this thing. So first question's worth 15, and these are a couple of things I came up with. So Kayla, let's go true. You first. True or false? Jared has made more than 15 shots in a game during his career at FHSU.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, true. Sorry. True.
It's true. Yes. Yeah, he actually did it twice this year, and I think I was going to see if this one stumped people, because I'm not talking just field goals. This can be free throws as well.
Mm-hmm.
In basketball, you've got all sorts of different, shots you can hit. So he hit 16 at Lincoln, and he hit 17 at Newman right there in the end of the season, because you made 12 free throws in the game.
Yeah, so the Newman game was all free throws.
Yeah, you racked up some points there, but just 1 point apiece though. But anyway, okay. So Jared, true or false? Kayla has never had more than 2 service aces in a game in her career at FHSU.
I'd say true.
She actually got by that by 1 earlier this year.
Man, I thought it was going to be at 2.
It was actually the game right before she rolled her ankle on a ball. That was the Southern Arkansas game. She had 3 service aces in that game. So, darn it. Okay. Well,
she's pulling away.
yeah. It's okay. But this next question, I don't know. I don't think you can mathematically catch her, but okay, we're going to do it anyway. So this is a 2-part question. Each part's worth 15 points. So I'll give 15 each for, I guess, if you can at least get one part of the question right. So, okay. Jared, first off, what is Kayla's career high for kills in a game? And also, what team did she do it against? So do you know her career high number of kills?
I'm just going to random number 12.
Oh, man, you're close.
Was it?
Very, very close. Do you know the opponent, though?
Okay, can I get a non-conference or MIAA?
I'll give you it's MIAA.
MIAA? Okay.
Yeah. So you got some choices.
Yeah. I will go Missouri Western. Nope.
Okay. So you're really close. I mean, her career high is 13, so you're 1 shy of it. And that was at UCO. Yeah, that was your freshman year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, okay. And then we'll do 2 parts for Kayla here. What is Jared's career high for points in a game, and what team did he do that against?
Did you ever get to 30?
What?
Did you ever get to 30?
Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think I have.
I think you got to 29.
No.
Dang it. Okay, that's my guess.
Okay.
Emporia.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a stumper for both of you. Okay.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Jared actually, his career high is 25, and he did that just a few games before the end of the season. That was against Northeastern State here in Hayes. So both your career highs are against teams from Oklahoma. So
yeah.
Got that going for you, I guess, if that's a common deal. So obviously, okay, final score here, if everybody can see it. Kayla wins today's one-on-one competition. All those years of not beating your brother at so many things, and here you go, redemption today on Fort
Finally
Report. Finally,
I'm waiting for this fate.
Screenshot of it.
Yeah. So, do you have any words for the audience? A post-game interview here. How was it today? What was it like beating your brother? How did that feel?
I came in really prepared and practiced hard for this.
Yeah.
But I would like to say I think I have beat him one-on-one before. He just doesn't remember.
Okay.
Maybe in like pig or something.
Yeah, maybe.
But I knew I was gonna know him better than me, so that he would know me. So
fair enough. And sometimes these things are a little silly, because sometimes it's just whatever's that flavor of the day, on whatever your answer is. So it could be something for 5 years when you're younger, and now all of a sudden it's changed. So, but anyway, Cool. Well, I really appreciate you guys joining us here today on the show. This was fun. Obviously, both of you, two of our high profile athletes at Fort Hays State and two of our high profile sports. And, that's, I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day today here to chat with me. And hopefully all this, stuff in the world will blow over here before too long and we can get back to doing sports, especially since Jared can't live without his sports every day. so with that, Kayla, Jared, I appreciate you guys joining us here today, and look forward to seeing you guys back out there on the court here before too long.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I had a blast. Yeah.
Awesome.
Me too.
Thank you.